Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Wessli-Ann and I create a ton of lifestyle, fashion, beauty content here on my channel. And if you're not subscribed already, I would love for you to subscribe, and I'm so thankful that you clicked on today's video because today I'm going to be talking all about self-tanning, which I have recently just really gotten into and have been loving. And I feel like one of my most frequently asked questions is how I stay so tan, how am I so tan, like what products do I use, do I go to the tanning bed, is it a natural tan, like so many tanning questions, and I am here today to answer all of them for you guys and share kind of my secrets and my tips about self-tanning. Also, prefacing this video, the lighting is probably going to change a little bit because I am filming in front of a window. Clouds are moving and everything, but I really wanted to film this in natural lighting for you guys so you can kind of see my natural skin tone. Before we get into this video though, I wanted to thank Loving Tan for partnering with me on today's video. If you guys know anything about self-tanning, you know that Loving Tan is like top tier self-tanner. Their self-tanning products are absolutely incredible, and I'm gonna kind of talk about a few of them with you guys, share what I love about them, and kind of show you how I use them. So let's go ahead and hop right into how I self-tan, all the tips and tricks I have for you guys. First of all, there's so many things I want to preface this video with, but one of them being ignore my nails. I ripped off all of my acrylics, which is so terrible. If you guys know me, you know I like constantly have my nails done, so my hands feel so naked right now, but they needed a major break. My nails and my nail bed are like so thin right now, so I wanted to give them a break. But yeah, let's get into the tanning fun stuff. So first off, the prep for tanning I feel like is one of the most important parts. So I love to take a good long hot shower before I self-tan. I will use the Loving Tan exfoliating mitt. It is so good, and I really just use this to exfoliate off any old tan, dry skin. I tend to have very dry skin, so I really want to make sure that I'm exfoliating a ton before I apply any self-tanner, or else it's going to cling to any dry patches I have. If you don't have a mitt like this, you can always use a good old like sugar scrub, exfoliating scrub. Those work really well too. Once I have exfoliated, I will also go in and shave. I personally love to use the Flamingo razor. I think it is the best razor on the market. It's super affordable and it like never gets dull. I mean, it does get dull, but it doesn't get dull very easily compared to other razors that you buy in like the packs, and there's kind of like the cheap old plastic razors. I personally really love the Flamingo one. I will use that razor and go in and just literally shave everything. You want to be like completely baby smooth, prepped for your self-tan. Once I'm out of the shower, I will make sure that I'm really dried off, because you definitely don't want any like wet spots on your skin before you self-tan. So I dry off really well, and then I also like to sit for maybe like 10 minutes before I apply any self-tanner, because if you don't and you apply self-tanner straight out of the shower, you will have a bunch of open pores on your skin. And if you ever see people that have like the black kind of dark dots on their skin that looks like self-tanning dots, that is because they didn't wait long enough for their pores to close up after their shower, and their self-tanner left little dark spots kind of all on their skin. So if you don't want that, I highly recommend just giving yourself about 10 minutes, throw on your robe, kind of, you know, do the dishes for the night, put up stuff from dinner, whatever, and then just let your pores have time to really close up before you apply any self-tanner at all. Next up, when it comes to prep, like I said, have very dry skin, so I will moisturize with like a super like dense ultra moisturizer before I go in with any tanning products. I personally love to use the Flamingo moisturizer. I think it is the best. It's like a deep, nourishing like cream basically, and it's just so good. It smells so great. It's only like $10 from Target. I will leave it linked down below. So I don't moisturize my entire body, but I will moisturize like my elbows, my wrists, back of my knees, front of my knees, ankles, just anywhere that I feel like the self-tanner could potentially cling to, where I am super extra dry. I will go ahead and really deeply moisturize those areas so I don't have to worry about that, or else you're gonna have like really dark patches, because self-tanner already naturally wants to cling onto things because it's self-tanner, so it's gonna cling onto any part of your body that's like super dry. So make sure that you are good, moisturized, and hydrated. All right, so let's get into the fun stuff. So let's talk about these Loving Tan products. So here I have the 2 Hour Express and then just the regular deluxe bronzing mousse. Both of them are mousse formulas. They both have the natural olive colored undertones, so you're not going to turn out orange or anything like that. These are just really, really great. I have them both in the dark. The 2 Hour Express is obviously meant to develop within 2 hours, and then this just regular deluxe mousse is meant to stay on, I believe, like 8 to 10. So this one's kind of more for sleeping in, and then this one is if like you need a tan real quick while you're getting ready before you go out somewhere. I do recommend letting both of these tanners kind of sit on your skin and dry and really soak in and stuff before you like go out in public and like sweat if it's hot or like whatever. Just like sit in your robe, let these both sit in. This one is what I'm using today because I am self-tanning at night, so I'm going to be sleeping in this one. You could also sleep in this one. It's not necessarily going to make you any darker. It's just the 2 Hour Express is just going to develop quicker. So to each their own. Both of them have great color to them, and I really like them both. So once I'm ready to self-tan, I will go ahead and put some of the foam onto my mitt. I'm going to be using the Deluxe Applicator Mitt by Loving Tan. Really love their applicator mitt. I've used a few other ones, and this one is just like the most velvety, soft mitt, and it really blends the product so well. Use my code so that you can get a free mitt with your purchase. And I usually like to start with my legs, just because if I start with my arms and then I'm bending my arms and stuff, it could like smudge, crease, things like that. So I like to work kind of like bottom all the way up to the top. So I also feel like you can use a little bit heavier of a hand on your legs versus like your arms and stuff. Tanner, I will say this does have a color guard on it, so you will notice immediate color on your skin, but of course in the morning you're just going to wash that off. It's really easy, I think, with a color guard if you've never self-tanned before, because it shows you exactly where you've put the product, and then you can obviously kind of touch up where you need to. But I will say Loving Tan does dry really quickly in comparison to a lot of the self-tanners I've used. So a lot of self-tanners I feel like can sometimes leave your skin feeling a bit sticky, which isn't fun. So I really love, honestly, that Loving Tan like dries really quickly. One, because it prevents your sheets from getting stained. I know a lot of people have asked like, how do I prevent my sheets from getting stained? If you don't want your sheets to get stained, I would just suggest not self-tanning because your sheets are definitely gonna get self-tanner on them. I had really nice crisp sheets, white sheets from Brooklinen before I started self-tanning, and now I feel like I just like get self-tanner all over them, and thankfully it comes out in the wash, but it's not very cute. My best advice on avoiding that is just wear long sleeves and sweats to bed. I know it's terrible if you're like a naturally hot sleeper and you can't stand to sleep and all that, but if it's worth it to you to get the least bit of self-tanner on your sheets as possible, then that's what I recommend doing. But you will still probably get a little bit on your sheets. It's just gonna happen. Got off on a bit of a tangent there, but when it comes to my feet, my hands, and my face, I always like to kind of use whatever is left over on my mitt. So I will take the mitt and just rub all my hands, make sure I'm getting really good in between my fingers so I don't have any white spaces, all like on my wrist, so it's all kind of blended together. And then I would do the same on my feet. I've made this mistake before of not self-tanning my feet, like I forgot, and it looked like I was wearing socks. So definitely don't miss any like hands, feet, ankle, elbow, like any parts, or else it's gonna look really funky. Yeah, I just use whatever's left over in my mitt because you don't want to use like a ton of product on those areas, because again, I don't know what it is, like your hands and your feet, self-tanner just like clings to those areas. So I would just suggest using whatever is left on your mitt, blending it out really nicely, and then you are good to go. I always save my face for last. I don't know why, that's just how I like to do it, but I will literally squirt like the tiniest bit on my mitt, and I start on my forehead and kind of blend out, and I find that it gives a really good natural glow to my skin. The self-tan on your face is not gonna last as long as the self-tan on your body, obviously, because you're taking your makeup off every night, you're washing your face every day, things like that. So it's just gonna get the self-tanner off a lot quicker because you're using more products on your face versus just like a normal body wash when you take a shower every day. Just be prepared for that, but you can always use bronzer to bronze up your makeup and kind of make it match the rest of your body. So once I've completely self-tanned my body, I will put my robe back on and literally just like sit in the self-tan for about an hour or so and really just let it soak in, dry all of that, and then I will go ahead and put on some sweatpants, long sleeve shirt and hop into bed and let it develop overnight. And then first thing in the morning, I'll just jump in the shower real quick, rinse it off, use some body wash, obviously just take a normal shower, and rinse off any of that color guard. And at that point, you'll have a nice glowing tan that should last you about a week. When it comes to maintenance for tans, I have a few tips. So one, keep your body moisturized. The more dry your skin gets, the more likely it is to flake off, and the self tan is going to just kind of flake off with that. I know that sounds kind of gross, but it is just kind of how our skin works as humans. So definitely just keep your skin super moisturized. It'll keep that self tanner on longer. I also highly recommend the Deluxe Gradual Tan Lotion. This is just like a tinted body lotion that Loving Tan sells, and this one is just really good to kind of apply every other day just to kind of keep your tan in check. And I just like to use it to maintain my tan throughout the week, and so that way my like skin doesn't start looking patchy or anything like that. This really just like keeps it moisturized, smooth, and it just looks like a good fresh tan all week long. Of course, at the end of the week, I'll just exfoliate that old tan off and then do the whole process over again for the next week. And one last product I want to share with you guys is this Bronze Shimmer Luminous Cream, also of course by Loving Tan. But I really love this because I actually put it on right now, and you can kind of just see that my skin, I put it on my collarbones, it's just kind of like glowing. And I really love this just to add a little extra glow to your skin if you're going out with the girls or something like that, going out on a date, whatever, and you just want to add like a little like spice to your skin, you know. I feel like this is such a good one for that, so I will constantly reach for this. I've also heard a lot of people will put this under their makeup, and it just kind of like gives them such a dewy, glowy face. I've never tried that, but I definitely think it could be worth it, and I will have to try it sometime soon. But yeah, definitely recommend picking this up. That is going to be all for my self-tanning routine. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you found this video helpful and you were able to take away some tips and tricks from it. If you did enjoy it, definitely give it a thumbs up and comment down below any tips or tricks you have for self-tanning. I'm always trying to learn, especially since I feel like I am kind of new to it. I will say this has totally replaced the tanning bed for me, which I'm so thankful for. I constantly was going to the tanning bed, and I honestly started going to the tanning bed in high school because I was starting to get tanned for like prom and stuff, and everyone went to the tanning bed before prom. And I went all my last 2 years of high school, I went all through college, and I've just noticed that my skin just like doesn't bounce back as well after the tanning bed now. I just feel like increased sun exposure like that it's just not good for your skin. So I love that I can get my hands on really good self-tanning products to kind of replace that for me, because obviously this is a much safer alternative. I know summer is right around the corner. We're all going to be in the sun. We all want to go lay in the tanning bed and just be super nice and tan, but I definitely recommend at least trying self-tanner first to see if it could potentially replace that for you, because like I said, it's just a much safer route to go. But like I said, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to use my code at checkout for a free mitt. I'll leave it in the description box so you guys can see it whenever. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.